His mother tried to end the pregnancy. The doctor refused. That one decision changed the entire world. February 5th, 1985. A tiny volcanic island called Madeira, off the coast of Portugal. Population, small. Economy, smaller. Dreams, practically illegal. A woman named Maria Dolores gave birth to her fourth child. She already had 3 kids. Her husband drank too much. The rent was barely paid. And she had gone to a doctor and asked, "Can we end this pregnancy?" The doctor said no. That baby was named Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. You know him as CR7, the most followed human being on planet Earth. But in 1985, he was just a problem nobody wanted. The house he grew up in was tiny. We are not talking small apartment tiny. We are talking 4 children, 2 parents, 1 room, barely a roof tiny. His father, Dennis, worked as a gardener for the local council. He also drank. A lot. His mother cleaned houses and worked in kitchens to keep the family alive. There was no extra money. There were no luxuries. There was no football. So Cristiano did what kids with nothing have always done. He improvised. He stuffed a sock with newspaper, and he played football with that sock. Every day, every evening, every spare moment he had. His neighbors thought he was strange. Always outside, always kicking something, always training when everyone else had stopped. His mother wanted him to focus on school. His father just wanted him to be normal. But Cristiano could not stop. Something inside him would not let him stop. At 8 years old, he joined his first local club, Andorinha. His father was the kit man for the team. Cristiano was immediately different. Not just talented, obsessed. While other kids played casually, he played like it was the World Cup final every single time. At 10, Nacional, a bigger club on the island, signed him. Coaches started noticing something unusual. This kid did not just want to be good. He wanted to be the best. He would stay after training ended. He would practice skills alone until it was dark. He would ask coaches to watch him again and again until he got it right. At 11, Sporting CP, one of Portugal's biggest clubs, invited him for a trial. In Lisbon, over 900 kilometers from home. He was 11 years old. He had never left Madeira. He went anyway. He passed the trial. Sporting CP offered him a place in their famous academy. He said yes immediately. His mother packed his bag. She walked him to the ferry. And at 12 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo left his island, his family, his mother, and moved to a city where he knew absolutely nobody. Alone. 12 years old. Alone. The other kids at the academy mocked his accent. In Portugal, the Madeira accent sounds different. Old-fashioned, rural, easy to laugh at. They called him a farm boy. They imitated the way he spoke. He cried at night, alone in his dormitory room. He cried for his mother. He cried for his island. He cried because he was 12 and alone and everything was hard. And every single morning, he woke up and he trained. Because that is the thing about Cristiano Ronaldo that most people miss. The talent was always there, but the mind was something else entirely. At 15, doctors discovered something wrong with his heart, a condition called tachycardia, an irregular, racing heartbeat. In a normal person, manageable. In a professional athlete whose career depends on sprinting, jumping, and pushing his body to the absolute limit, potentially career-ending, potentially life-threatening. He had surgery. They went into his heart and corrected the problem. He was 15 years old. Most teenagers in that situation would have taken weeks to recover, would have been scared, would have wondered if football was worth it. Cristiano was back on the training pitch within days. Not weeks, days. His coaches had to physically tell him to slow down. He did not want to slow down. He had no interest in slowing down. He had a goal, and a repaired heart was not going to stop him. At 16, he signed his first professional contract with Sporting CP. At 17, he made his professional debut. He was already being talked about as something special, not just in Portugal. Across Europe, scouts from the biggest clubs in the world were watching this teenager from a tiny island, and they could not believe what they were seeing. Then came the summer of 2003. Sporting CP played a preseason friendly against Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, one of the most powerful football clubs on the planet, full of world-class players, full of experienced professionals, and this 17-year-old kid, this skinny teenager from Madeira, absolutely destroyed them. He was everywhere. Every time United thought they had him, he was gone. Every trick, every turn, every sprint was at a level nobody in that stadium had seen before. After the match, United's own players went to Sir Alex Ferguson in the dressing room, and they said, "Boss, you have to sign that kid. You have to sign him now, before someone else does." Ferguson agreed. For £12 million, Cristiano Ronaldo joined Manchester United. He was handed the shirt, the famous red shirt, with the famous number. Number 7, the number of Eric Cantona, the number of David Beckham, the number of legends. He was 18 years old, and he had not even started yet. His first years at United were electric, but uneven. The talent was obvious, impossible to miss. But he was raw. He fell over too easily. He tried too many tricks. He wanted to do everything himself. Ferguson managed him carefully, like a father managing a son who has too much energy and not enough wisdom. And then something clicked. Around 2006, 2007, Cristiano Ronaldo stopped being a talented kid and became a monster. He added muscle to his frame. He simplified his game. He became ruthlessly efficient. The trick stayed, but now they had a purpose. Every move was designed to score or to create. Nothing was wasted. In the 2007 to 2008 season, he scored 42 goals in all competitions. For a winger, that was not supposed to be possible. United won the Premier League. United won the Champions League. And Cristiano Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or, the award given to the best footballer on the planet. He was 23 years old, the best in the world, at 23, and he was just getting started. In 2009, Real Madrid paid Manchester United £80 million for Cristiano Ronaldo, at the time, the most expensive transfer in football history. He arrived in Madrid like a king arriving at a palace. And then he did something remarkable. He justified every single penny. What followed was 9 years of football that may never be seen again. He won the Champions League 4 times with Real Madrid. He won 4 Ballon d'Or awards while in Madrid. He broke the all-time scoring record for Real Madrid. He broke the all-time scoring record for the Champions League. He scored over 450 goals for the club. And all of this happened while competing directly against Lionel Messi, the greatest rivalry in the history of sport. 2 players, both generational, both extraordinary, pushing each other to levels that should not have been humanly possible. Every year, one of them won the Ballon d'Or. For over a decade, no one else got a look in. And here is what people forget about that rivalry. It made Ronaldo better. Because Cristiano Ronaldo is built from competition. He needs an opponent. He needs someone to chase. He needs to be told he cannot do something, so he can go and do it anyway. Let us talk about the work ethic, because this is the part of the story that matters most. His teammates, world-class athletes, international players, professionals who had trained their entire lives, said that Cristiano Ronaldo trained on a completely different level. Not slightly harder, a completely different level. First to arrive at training, last to leave, always. He hired his own personal chef to design meals around peak athletic performance. He reduced his body fat to 7%. For reference, the average healthy man is between 15 and 20%. 7%. He slept in 90-minute cycles 5 times a day because he had researched that this maximizes muscle recovery. He invested millions of his own money into cryotherapy tanks, personal physiotherapists, and recovery equipment. He treated his own body like a Formula One car. And the mental side, he would watch recordings of his own performances, not to celebrate the good moments, to study the mistakes, to find the weaknesses, to eliminate them, one by one. A teammate once said, Cristiano practices the things he is already best at more than most players practice anything at all. Think about that. He is the best in the world at free kicks, and he practices free kicks more than anyone. Not because he needs to, because that is who he is. That is the standard he holds himself to. For all his club success, there was one thing missing: a trophy with Portugal. Portugal is a small country. A beautiful country, but small. They had never won a major international tournament. And for years, Ronaldo carried that team on his back and came up short. Euro 2004, Portugal lost the final at home. Ronaldo cried on the pitch. World Cup 2006, knocked out in the semifinals. Euro 2008, knocked out in the quarterfinals. World Cup 2010, knocked out in the quarterfinals. Euro 2012, knocked out in the semifinals on penalties. World Cup 2014, knocked out in the group stage. Year after year, tournament after tournament, he scored, he created, he dragged Portugal further than they had any right to go. And it was never enough. Then came Euro 2016. France, Portugal made the final. Against the host nation. Against France. In Paris. In the first half, Ronaldo went down injured. He tried to play through it. He could not. He was carried off the pitch on a stretcher, crying, not from the pain, from the thought that his dream was ending on a stretcher. But then, something extraordinary happened. Portugal, without their greatest player, held on. Extra time. 109th minute. Eder, a substitute nobody had heard of, scored. Portugal won. Cristiano Ronaldo, in his suit, on the touchline, screaming, jumping, crying, coaching his teammates through every minute of extra time like a man possessed. Portugal were European champions, for the first time in their history. And the boy from Madeira, the boy who cried alone in a dormitory, the boy who played with a sock, finally had his international trophy. He held it above his head and wept. Let us do the numbers, because the numbers are almost impossible to believe. 900+ career goals, more than any other professional footballer in history. 5 Ballon d'Or awards, 5 Champions League titles, 3 Premier League titles, 2 La Liga titles, 1 Serie A title, 1 European Championship with Portugal. All-time top scorer in international men's football. Scored in 5 consecutive World Cups. Only player to score 50 or more goals in a season multiple times. Worth over $1 billion. The first footballer to become a billionaire. 600 million Instagram followers. The most followed human being on the platform. More than any other athlete. More than any other celebrity. More than any world leader. The most followed human on Earth. From Madeira. From a house with barely a roof. From a sock stuffed with newspaper. Here is the thing about Cristiano Ronaldo, the thing that gets lost in the goals and the trophies and the Instagram followers. He was not supposed to exist. His mother tried to end the pregnancy. He was born into poverty. He left home at 12, alone. He had heart surgery at 15. He was mocked for his accent. He failed at international level for over a decade. And every single time he came back, harder, faster, better. There is a famous quote from him. Simple, direct, exactly who he is. Talent without working hard is nothing. Not, I was born special. Not, I got lucky. Not, it was easy for me. Talent without working hard is nothing. He has said in interviews that when he was young, he made a decision. A real decision. Not a wish, not a dream. A decision that he was going to be the best. And that nothing, not poverty, not loneliness, not a damaged heart, not failure, not mockery was going to stop him. And then he went and did it. The doctor who refused to end that pregnancy in 1985 never knew what he was saving. The coaches who watched a skinny kid from Madeira kick a sock around never imagined what he was watching. The teammates who mocked his accent at Sporting CP never predicted what they were standing next to. Because greatness never announces itself. It does not arrive with a warning. It does not come from the places you expect. It does not look like what you think it looks like. Sometimes greatness arrives as a fourth child nobody wanted, on a tiny volcanic island, with no money, With no football, with nothing but a sock, and a mind that refused to accept the life it was born into. From Madeira to Manchester. From Manchester to Madrid. From Madrid to $1 billion. From a sock to 900 goals. From nothing to everything.